This is a word problem solving rational applications. Before we start, let's look at this relation right here. Portion of the work completed by one person is equal to the amount of time worked divided by the amount of time it takes one person to complete the whole job alone. And in this case, we are trying to find how long will it take Hannah and Michael if they work together to restore the painting. So you need to look at, it takes Hannah for 24 weeks to restore the work or restore a painting. So we need to look at a portion of the work that Hannah completed by herself. So it's going to be x over 24 plus the portion of the work that Michael completes is going to be x over 40, and that is made equal to 1. This is the complete work, and this is the portion of the work completed by each person. So together they complete the whole work, which is kept as 1. So now let's do the math. In here, the common denominators for 24 and 40 is going to be 120. So multiply 120 on both sides. X over 24 plus x over 40 is equal to 1 times 120. So when you multiply, when you distribute this, you get 5x, because 24 goes in 125 times, 5x plus 3x, which is coming from 40 goes in 123 times, equal to 120, or 8x is equal to 120, x is equal to 120 over 8, which is 15 weeks. And that is going to be the answer. So that's what we're looking for. So how long will it take Hannah and Michael if they work together to restore the painting? So it is going to be 15 weeks. Okay, example 2. So here's the question. That Tyler takes an hour and a half to mow the lawn by himself, and it takes 45 minutes for George to complete it. But here's a different case. Tyler begins mowing his lawn at 4 p.m. and after 10 minutes George comes and helps. So let's suppose X is the amount of time take two of them to mow the lawn. So as we've seen before, the portion of the work completed by each person is, let's say, X over hour and a half, which is 90 minutes, plus here's it's kind of tricky because it says that after 10 minutes George comes to help. So that means you need to look at, it is not just X but X minus 10, because George comes after 10 minutes, divided by, and it says that 45 minutes. Okay, and that is together going to be equal to 1, because that's a complete job right here. This is the job completed. That is the whole job. This is the partial jobs, or partial time to complete the job. Okay, so 90 and 45, the common denominator is going to be 90. So multiply both sides by 90. So x over 90 plus x minus 10 over 45, that is equal to 1 times 90. So when you do the math, you can just realize it's just going to be x plus 45 goes in 90 twice. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 10 is 20. So 2x minus 20 is equal to 90. So it'll be 3x is equal to 110, or x is equal to 36 and 2/3 minutes. Okay. So the answer is, the amount of time taken the two people to complete or to mow the lawn is going to be 36 and 2/3 minutes. Okay, here's a swimming pool question. It says a swimming pool can be filled using either a pipe or a hose or both. Using the pipe alone, it takes 12 hours, and within both it takes 8 and 4/7 hours. So how long it takes does it take using the hose alone? That's the question. Okay, here's a swimming pool question. A swimming pool can be filled using either a pipe or a hose or both. Using the pipe alone takes 12 hours, or using both it takes 8 hours. How long does it take using the hose alone? So let's suppose X is the amount of time the hose can fill the pool. So as per our portion of the work formula, we can write the relation. We know it is the using both it takes 8 hours, so it's going to be 8 over 12, because using the pipe alone it takes 12 hours, using both it takes 8, so the partial work in the first case is going to be 8 over 12. And we suppose the amount of time the hose can fill the pool is X, so it's going to be 8 over X. That's going to be our second case, second partial job, and that is made equal to 1. Just follow the same steps that we did before, and the common denominator is going to be the least common denominator is going to be 12x, so multiply both sides by 12x, so 8 over 12 plus 8 over x multiplied by, so equal to 1 multiplied by 12x, and 12 cancelled out, it will be 8x plus x cancelled out, 12 times 8, 96 equal to 12x. Let's do the math. So the 8x goes over here, that will become 4x, so 4x is equal to 96 and x is equal to 24. So it's actually in hours because we started with hours, so it should be in hours. So x is equal to 24 hours or 1 day. It's going to be our answer. So here we need to look at the results from the previous question as well as the couple of things from here. And we know using the pipe alone it takes 12 hours, and only hose it takes 24 hours. We need to put both these together back in here to get these things done. So the question was, what if the pipe, hose, both turned on at the same time and the drain was left open? Is it possible to fill the pool? So that's what we are trying to find out here. So let X be the amount of time pipe, hose, drain work to fill the pool at the same time. So the partial work done by each one of these is going to be X over 12, because we know the pipe alone can take 12 hours. The partial work done by pipe is like X over 12 plus X over 24 is about the hose. We got it over here. Now, and this is the drain. So since it is drain is like the water is going away from the tank, from the pool, so this is subtracted. So this is positive, this is negatives, and all together is equal to 1. So it's the same thing. So we have 12, 24, and 15. The least common denominator between these three is 120. So let's multiply both sides by 120. So 120 multiplied by x over 12 plus x over 24 minus x over 15 is equal to 1 times 120. So quickly let's do this. 10x plus 5x minus 8x, that is right here. 12 goes in 10 times, 24 goes in 125 times, and 15 goes in 128 times. That is equal to 120. And let's do the math. It is going to be 7x. So be 10 plus by 15 minus 8, 7x is equal to 120, or x is equal to 120 over 7 hours. Or you can just write x is equivalent to 17 and 1/7 hours. Also, there's another question. So, is it possible to fill the pool? Yes.